exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's Game 3 of the National League Championship Series between the San Diego Padres and the Washington Nationals. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian welcoming you to our exclusive postseason coverage on MLB Network. The postseason is officially in full swing. Lineups and first pitch coming up next. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2018 Washington Nationals.
Quickly now, we'll look at the two guys who'll get the ball here in Game 3. A chance now to give you a look at the Padres starting lineup. HR, what's the key for him here tonight?
Well, the key to me in this one, I'm going to throw a cliche at you, Matt. You know I don't use many cliches. I would have to say, have great energy. Play with some enthusiasm. Be excited about playing. And if they do that, man, they carry it through for 9 innings. Look at it.
Gio Gonzalez will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. What do we need to know here, HR?
Well, Matt, I love watching this guy pitch. I went back and looked at the video of his last game. He pitched into the 6th inning, threw the ball great, had electric stuff when he needed to, pitched out of some tough jams, and pitched well enough to get the W. So I think we'll see tonight really firsthand what kind of pitcher he is. We'll get to see it firsthand. Time for a look at the majestic defensive alignment for the Nationals. And in the outfield, Bryce Harper, you know, when he first broke into the league when he was 19, 20 years old, he was running around like a crazy man all over the place, like a little jackrabbit, out of control. He's calmed it down now. He's really become a nice outfield.
Leading off tonight for San Diego. Second baseman, Don Hervis Solarte.
On the ground to third. Oh, look at Rendon to first. He beat it out. Remarkable play just to stop that ball, but it's going to go into the books as a hit, and the leadoff man is aboard. Digging in at the plate is Travis Jankowski, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Line drive to left. But he'll hardly need to move out there in left as this is hauled in for the first out. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Into the box now, Alex Murillo. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and one gone. Now a swing and he just fouls this one away. Runners on first with one down. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control, 0-2.
Masterful job of changing eye levels. A fastball up and in, and then a curveball down and away. Got him in a little bit of a rocking chair situation. I'm curious what he'll throw here.
Now a ball hit in the air, but in play perhaps down the line. Caesar is over now, and he puts this one away in foul territory, and there are 2 men out. Here's Will Myers. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. First pitch on its way. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball. And there are the umpires working this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Patrick Johnson.
Well, as you know, Matt, most people in the game call him Pat. In the past, I've seen a couple of pitchers wonder where they miss, but he usually rewards them for making good pitches.
And they hold a short row to retire the side. One left for San Diego. And now the Nationals. And a look now at the hometown Nationals starting lineup. What's the key to sending fans home smiling tonight, Harold?
Well, the key here, Matt, is clearly execute. They got to catch the ball, and if you get an opportunity to hit and run, you got to do that on the offensive side. This is the type of team that has to generate and make their own things happen in order to force mistakes on the other team.
Stephen Wright gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. What do you have for us on him, H?
Well, Matt, he's one of these guys that's going to battle. He sticks around the game long enough where you pick up a win like he did last outing. Only giving up 1 run, but he stayed in the game, and he got the W. Maybe we'll see that type of performance from him today because he's that type of pitcher. All right, here's how the Padres line up defensively, brought to you by Majestic. And I'm looking at Will Myers playing first base. Yes, first base. Now, I know he came up as an outfielder, but, man, has he become a pretty good defender at first base. I love his actions. I love how he moves, and he's pretty graceful over there.
The speedy Trey Turner digs in now. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Trey Turner.
And he takes a cold strike, 0-1. The windup and the 0-1.
Nope.
And he'll lay off here. It's a ball and a strike to the Washington shortstop.
You know he wants that on the mound, especially if it would have made the count 0-2. Didn't get it, though, so now you have to make another quality pitch on 1-1.
There's a swinging bunt up the line. That winds up foul for the second strike.
Well, he's going to come after you with the breaking ball, it looks like today. First batter, he's already thrown 2 curveballs. He's got himself ahead in the count. This could be a breaking ball game for him.
And another foul ball. Another 1-2 delivery. Fastball swung on and missed for the first down.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with the strikeout right there, you can't get on first base if you strike out.
In now is Anthony Rendon. He sends it on the ground softly to the left. Throw in time at first for out number 2. And with 2 away now, let's give you a look at what's happening in the American League Championship Series, as they've got a good matchup going on over there as well. Into the windup and the pitch. And he just misses with a curveball.
Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. It's such an effective pitch if you can hit the corner with it, but no dice this time.
And it's a called strike to even the count at 1. And Dan, that's a pretty good example of why he's such a great pitcher.
Yeah, stuff. Stuff is obviously the important key to being dominant on the mound, but it doesn't mean a whole lot if you don't have outstanding control to go along with it. But he does, and he really spotted that pitch.
And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
Boy, that's a great breaking ball right there. That's a tough pitch to lay off when that ball's coming in at that plane right there. Quality take.
A big swing at a little pitch. The knuckleball has him fall behind. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And this is fouled at the plate. Another try at 2-2. Takes a good swing, but this will be a foul ball. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. 2-2 count. Here it comes. On the 8th pitch of the at-bat is the one that finally does it as he wears him down, and the inning is over. Nationals gone in order. Still no score.
Leading out for the Padres, third baseman, Carlos.
Into the windup and the pitch. Hit hard on the ground to short. Oh, and that's knocked down. And they'll wind up with no play here as he reaches first safely.
Well, there's another hit by him here in the postseason. You talk about impact players. This is how you impact the series, the way he's been swinging the bat.
Line to the right side. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Back-to-back hits, and now the inning is set up. They're trying to put the first run on the board, so you can bunt, move them up. Now you're second and third. You may draw the infield in, or if they sit back, get the easy ground ball, and you pick up the first run of the game. But it's all set up with those back-to-back singles, and now you can do whatever you want to do with the rest of the inning.
Into the box, Austin Hedges. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1.
Well, he's got himself a little bit of a jam right here, Matt. He's got 2 on, nobody out. Look, I want to get a double play ball. Just pitch the contact, get the double play here.
Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. Taylor going back on it. He makes the catch, and the runner from second will tag and head for third. And he'll move up to third now. Runners at the corners here with 1 away.
Good read there at second base to know he could make it to third on the flyout. Now he's only 90 feet away with 1 out.
He's set and the pitch. And now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. Throw gets him 2 down. Coming to the plate now, Stephen Wright. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0.
There's 2 outs and 2 runners in scoring position. I don't care if it's the pitcher or not. He's got to treat him like another hitter. You can't let him beat you here. This is a big at bat.
Ready with the 1-0 pitch. And a good spot for that pitch is it's chopped foul. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Swinging a soft liner. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield. In to score, the runner from third. And he will beat the tag of Wieters, safe at the plate.
Tie game, the pitcher comes to the plate and he gets a 2 RBI hit to break up the tie and give himself and his team the lead. Let's see if he can hold it when he gets on the mound.
Stepping in now, Yonhervis Solarte, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one.
Matt, I can't get past the last at bat. I mean, to drive in a run and get you on the board first, that is huge. Now the rest of the lineup can relax and swing the bat.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. Hit hard on the ground to second. Sliding stop by Murphy. Got him. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. The Padres lead it 2-0. Here's Daniel Murphy now. He'll start us out here in the home half of the second.
Second baseman, Daniel Murphy.
And here's a fastball called for strike one. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Down the first baseline. But this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. The 0-2 home. Again, he sends it out of play. Ready with another 0-2. And a knuckleball too low, apparently. Ready on 1-2. Now another pitch is hit foul and headed for the seats, so the count will stay put at 1-2.
That's probably not what he wants to do with 2 strikes right there with the fastball. He is fortunate he just fouled it off.
Swing and a liner, but this will be a foul ball. He'll try again, 1-2. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
Well, this is just one of those grinder at-bats right here. He worked the count even to 2-2, and he's made him throw a lot of pitches.
And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2. Had him off balance a bit as this is skied into short left center. Renfroe comes on and makes the catch in shallow left for out number 1.
Batting set, catcher, Matt Wieters.
Here's the catcher, Matt Wieters now. First offering on its way. Breaking pitch here, chopped foul at the plate, strike 1. Here comes the 0-1. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike.
Every time you go out there to start a game on the mound, you hope to settle in quickly and get into a groove, and he's definitely done that so far in the early going. Looks like he could go pretty deep into this one.
Now a ball lifted high in the air towards shallow right center field. Jankowski has a long run, but he takes charge for route number 2.
Batting sixth, first baseman, Ryan Zimmerman.
Here's Ryan Zimmerman now. They'll try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Into the windup and the pitch. Started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 1. 2 out, nobody on. Now a swing from Zimmerman as this one's on the ground to short. Throw in time, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. They trail it here 2-0. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Travis Jankowski. He'll step in to lead it off in the top of the third. Now a fastball to start the third. That misses. It's ball one. On the ground up the middle. He gets dirty, but he can't get there, and it's into center field.
Well, here he goes again. Here's that guy, a leadoff base hit. He's having a nice postseason. He is really locked in right now.
Ready for another chance? Alex Murillo, 0 for 1 here in the early going. Swing, and he popped him up over in foul territory back behind third. There to tuck it in is Rendon for the first out. Riding in once again, Will Myers. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Now we'll step off and fire to the bag. And he'll get back in safely. Myers awaiting the 1-0. And he bangs it into center field for a base hit.
I like it. Hard line drive on the fastball, hit off the fastball, and good things happen.
Third baseman, Carlos Suarez.
In now, Carlos Suarez, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball one. Here comes the 1-0. Lays off a fastball that doesn't miss by much, and it's 2-0.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be aggressive. You can pretty much count on a pitcher. He's trying to get back in the strike zone. With two guys on base right here, it's time to grip it and rip it.
Two 2-0 pitch on the way. Had him fooled there as this is lifted in the air out to left center and shallow. And nobody can get there in time. Base hit. And it's too late as he's in there.
Hunter Renfroe.
Standing in now, Hunter Renfroe. Late square, and this is popped up. Rendon able to put it away, and that's out number 2. Digging in for his second at-bat, Austin Hedges. Flied out in his first at-bat, so making 0 for 1 so far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Chopped foul right at home plate. It's strike one. Nothing in one count. Here it comes. And that's in there. Base hit. One run is scored. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
That ball's inside and he shoots it back up the middle. There's so many hits up the middle. If your game plan is to go up the middle, good things can happen.
Here now is Jose Rondon. He swings and sends a bullet to right field. And that finds the outfield grass for a base hit. And not in time as the run scored.
Well, he went up there with the game plan looking for one specific pitch and he got it. He hit it hard. When the guy hit the ball that hard, you know he was looking for it.
Action now in the Washington bullpen as a right-hander begins to get loose. Into the box, Stephen Wright. This is flared out towards second, and this will be put away easily for the out. So they strike for 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and a couple of men left on. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. The Padres on top, 5-0. Striding into the box, Michael Taylor. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
Not a great spot to be in right here, 2-0, but I'm not so sure why he's pitching this guy so cautiously. A bottom of the order guy you don't normally see getting pitched like this.
The 2-1 on its way. Line towards center field, and he will reach down to put this one away. Good job of hanging with it there for the first out.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
Into the box now, Matt Caesar.
He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play.
Nationals have yet to crack the hit column thus far. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Another one sent foul. 1 out, nobody on. Swing and a miss on the breaking pitch. 2 away. So stepping in, Gio Gonzalez. This guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column. Lays off 1-0.
Man, this guy has retired a whole slew right now. I think what he needs to do is just stay focused and keep attacking the game plan like he has up to this point, because everything he's done has worked.
2-0. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he takes a pitch right down the middle. That pitch was so slow it barely registered on the radar gun.
Yeah, Matt, we don't see too many pitches crawling to the plate like that, especially these days. That can be a really tough pitch for a hitter to wait back on.
A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Nationals gone in order. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit. Ready for another shot now. Yohannes Solarte. He'll try to get it going here to begin the 4th.
Yohannes Solarte.
Smoked on the ground up the middle. That's through, and he's now 2 for 3 in this one. With that, the inning opens with the Padres getting their leadoff man on base.
Well, they've had a game plan. They've been really aggressive. Right here, he jumps on the first pitch. They're not laying off, and it's paying off for them. They came here with the mindset they're going to be aggressive, and we're seeing them execute.
Roger Connor answers the call from the pen here in the 4th, as they didn't get the outing they were hoping for from the starter. Travis Jankowski will be the first to stand in against the new pitcher, as he'll do so with a runner at first and nobody out. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Now a pitch runs in on him here, and all he can do is flare one foul off to the right side. Breaking ball as this runs in on him, and he has to step out of the way that time. Five runs, 10 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Padres. Hit hard up the middle. Turner gloves it to second for 1. On to first, so he comes right out of the bullpen and gets the double play. Digging in once again, Alex Murillo. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. First pitch on its way. Hard hit ball to second. Murphy's got it. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. One hit in the inning, but no one left. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. Padres lead it 5-0. Matt Vasgersian back with Harold Reynolds and Dan Plesac, and starting out the inning, it'll be the exciting speedster Trey Turner. And there's a strike right down the heart of the plate. 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And this is bounced foul at the plate, and that moves the count to 0-2 now. Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. And a good curveball there, but he wouldn't bite. It's 1-2.
Those 0-2 curveballs are really tough for guys to lay off. There's a reason it's such a common pitch in that count, but he did well to spit on it there.
Oh, and there's the good curveball as he set down on strikes for the second time here tonight. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
Skied into straightaway right. Jankowski there for it. 2 gone.
Right fielder number 34. Right.
Here's Bryce Harper now. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First offering on its way. Takes a knee-high fastball.
He's having a really good game. He's over 70% first pitch strike. When you get that first pitch strike, now it opens up the whole strike zone, and that's why a pitcher can dominate, and he's doing that in this game.
Swing and a hot shot toward third. And there's the first hit of the game for the Nats. Around first, digging for 2. And he'll make it in there with a 2-out double.
Wow, he almost blew that fastball by him, but he shows some quick hands to catch up to it and drive it down the opposite line. Didn't keep it fair by much, but he did, and that's a nice 2-bagger.
Here's Daniel Murphy now. Hit, and whoa, this is off the third base bag. And that is a fair ball as this one's heading for the left field corner. And the runner from second is in to score. And he will pull into second with an RBI double. Here's the catcher, Matt Wieters now. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Comes set, and the 0-1. A knuckler that just missed too low.
There is a base open here, so the option to work around him is there if they want to go that route.
And this shot foul near the plate, and the count will move to 1-2 now. Here's the 1-2 delivery. And he'll stay alive here as this is chopped foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Another 1-2. Pulled toward right center field. Murillo is after it. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. 1 for the Nationals on the RBI double. We're through 4. It's now a 5-1 ball game. Digging in and looking for more, Will Myers. He's in to get things going here in inning number 5. Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0. Pitch on the way. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Rendon down at third. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
Now batting.
Digging in to try it again, Carlos Asuaje. 2 base hits, both singles to this point. Into the windup and the pitch. And that one stayed too low apparently. windup and the 1-0 pitch.
That's a ball.
And he lays off a fastball here that looked pretty good, but it's 2-0. It's a 5-1 game here in inning number 5. 3-0 now.
Really high curveball right there. Struggling with the release point. That's the key to the curveball, figuring out and finding that release point.
From the windup, the 3-0 pitch. A changeup over the inside corner. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
Oh, he got the big fella out front on that one. This guy's got a lot of power, so he pulled the string on him, knowing if he got a 3-1 fastball, we're probably going to watch him jog around the bases.
And he lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball 4. Ready once again, Hunter Renfroe. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now. Stepping up now, Austin Hedges. A hit in 2 tries so far. Here's the first pitch to him. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. 5 runs, 11 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Padres. Ground ball left side. Great effort on the dive, but it's through into left. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate.
Well, you just keep adding on. That's how you win games, and he's a big part of it right here. That's his 3rd RBI, and they extend the lead in this ballgame.
Hit back up the middle. Gloved by Murphy. There's one. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. More baseball on MLB Network. Here's Ryan Zimmerman now. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
First baseman, Ryan Zimmerman.
Fastball in there for a called strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And this will find the seats behind the first base dugout. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Down the third baseline. But this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. Now another 0-2. And a curveball that time that broke too low.
2 strikes.
The 1-2 pitch. And this is swung on and missed by Zimmerman as he set down on strikes for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
Now he bounces a knuckleball up to the plate for a ball. And 2-0 now as this misses below the knees. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Aye. 2-0 pitch, and that one's over for a strike. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Drilled right back up the middle, and that'll find its way into center field for a 1-out hit.
That ball was down below the zone, and he still stayed with it and drove it back up the middle.
Now at the plate, Matt Caesar. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And he just misses with a curveball. And looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1. From the belt, the pitch. Hit down the line at first. He'll go to the bag for 1, and it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw. Danny Valencia will look to provide a little 2-out thunder off the bench as he'll hit with a runner at second and 2 away. Hit in the air to shallow center. And a long run, but he's there to track it down. Nice range, and the side is retired. One left for Washington. A.J. Cole takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound. Ready once again, Stephen Wright. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game.
Hitting off for San Diego.
This is on the ground over to first. And he'll step on first himself for the out.
Up next for the Padres.
Digging in and looking for more, Yonhervis Solarte. He's 2 for 3 thus far. Now this is lined into left field for a base hit. Not in time, and he's in there with a double. Sidney Vick is going to have to enter the ball game here as he'll take over in left following the injury.
Number 32.
Digging in once again, Travis Jankowski. He was a double play victim last time around. And look at a fastball that doesn't miss by a whole lot. It's 1-0. Hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd foul. Here's the 1-1. Pitch is popped up. Turner has a play. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Alex Murillo. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And that's through into right field for a base hit.
Well, you're not going to see that very often. The ball's hit hard, but they held the runner up. With 2 outs, he's run on contact. But that time, the ball was hit so hard, third base coach could do nothing but hold up the runner.
Here's Will Myers. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Pitch out. Nothing doing. Runners at the corners, 2 men out. Two and 0.
Now with the 2-0 count in the tower at the plate, it could be fireworks time. This is the kind of count he makes his money in.
Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. And he leaves the fastball up there. Mistaken location. He is going to pay for it dearly as that ball is sent over the wall. A home run. So a 3-run shot to left center. His first homer so far in the series as they've widened this lead to 8 now. What a blast that was. So here it is again, accompanied by show track. Great exit velocity, and the projected distance comes back at over 470 feet. An impressive thing to watch when it happened, and even more impressive to quantify with the numbers.
Up next for the
Stepping in now, Carlos Asuaje. And he goes the other way with it, high and deep down the left field line. And he pushed it just a bit too much and wind up a foul ball.
Man, he's flirting with danger. He gave up a home run on that very same pitch. And this time he comes right back with it in another dangerous location. He better be careful.
This one's flared toward left center. Turner is there to make the catch, and the side is retired. But the Padres pick up 3 on this 3-run home run. Bottom of the 6th coming up. It's the Padres 9 and the Nats 1. The speedy Trey Turner digs in now. And Dan, he and his fellow top of the order hitters haven't really offered much help for this lineup so far.
No, your 1, 2, 3 guys are the ones you look to generate a lot of action. They just haven't been up to the task so far in this one. Still time for them to turn it around, though. We'll see if it happens.
That's a big pitch right there. It could change the at-bat. When you're facing a good hitter like this, that first pitch, strike one, is so important as to who's going to control this at-bat. Right now, pitcher's got the advantage. Well, that's a big base hit for him. I tell you what, it's no fun to be 0 for 2, but let alone 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. So this is a confidence builder right here.
In now is Anthony Rendon. And he lays off there 1-0. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Line towards center field. Murillo patrolling center makes the play, 1 out. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Trying to pick things up where he left off. Bryce Harper, 1 for 2 with a double on the ledger so far. He'll start him with a breaking ball. Too low that time. It's ball 1. Ready with the 1-0. That knuckleball dances over the inside corner. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Slowly hit to first. I don't think they can get 2. And he'll just step on first here to take the sure out. Ready for another chance? Daniel Murphy, 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. And that one stayed too low apparently. Here it comes, 1-0 to Murphy. Short, hit hard. Rondon fields it cleanly. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Nationals leave 1. They trail big. It's 9-1. Digging in to try it again. Hunter Renfroe. 2 hits and 3 at-bats for him in this one.
Hunter Renfroe.
Hit high in the air down the right field line. Harper is over to his left as he snags this one for the first out of the inning. Digging in, Austin Hedges is looking for hit number 3 here in this at-bat. A swing and a high drive to right center field. Harper going back at the track, but he can't get to this one. It's off the wall, and he is into second with a double, his 3rd hit of the night.
Wow, when you're swinging the bat like he is, you want the game to go to extra so you can get some more ABs. That's his 3rd hit of the game, and his swing just keeps getting better and better. Almost hit that one out of here, but he'll take a double anytime.
Here now is Jose Rondon as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He swings and grounds it to short. Turner has it. Throw on to first. 2 gone. Riding in once again, Stephen Wright. 4th plate appearance for him tonight, and why not? He's been in control all game long. A diving effort as it's off his glove. And no chance at a recovery here, as despite a great effort that time, they won't get an out on the play. Ready for another shot now, Yonhervis Solarte. 2 outs and 2 runners aboard here in the 7th inning. Looking to wiggle out of this, here it is. Hit in the air to right center field. This ball is carrying well. Back it goes, and it is out of here. So a 3-run shot to right center field. His first homer here in the series as this lead got even wider. Digging in at the plate is Travis Jankowski, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. A windup and the 0-1. Hit out towards second. Murphy has it. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. So 3 runs on 3 hits, including the home run. Here's the catcher, Matt Wieters now. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
Now we're getting late in the game. His ball's still jumping all over the place. The knuckler has been working. That's why he's still in this game so deep into it.
Smoked on the ground up the middle. Rondon ranging up the middle. Throws in time, and that's out number one. Now at the plate, Ryan Zimmerman. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball one. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. Now the pitch. Hit weakly back to the mound. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Number 3.
Stepping into the box, Michael Taylor. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Here's the first pitch, chopped foul right at home plate, and that's the first strike. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. And the pitch. Now a curveball's in there. 1-2 now.
I like what I'm seeing right now. In, and then goes away. If you pound him in early, it opens up the outside half of the plate, and that's what he's doing right now.
And that is through into right field for a single. So good work on a 1-2 count to get on base.
Well, he's down the count. He knew he wasn't going to get much to hit. Did a nice job staying with that ball, just shooting it through the hole the other way.
Marcus Stroman comes on to start the inning, and he'll have a huge lead to work with. In now, Sidney Vick, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He's newly entered into the ball game, so this will be his first trip to the plate here in inning number 7. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now.
That is a filthy combination. High 90s with the fastball, and then that nasty curveball. It's almost unhittable, almost unfair to the hitter.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. And this is sliced foul into the stands in right, out of play. Again, a 1-2. Line drive to left. Well, this is right to him in left as he hardly has to move as he handles it for the final. Lane Hobson comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. Stepping up to the plate, Alex Murillo. He'll lead things off as they look to perhaps build on an already sizable lead. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Vick is there, and that's the first out of the inning.
Now batting.
Now the Nats are going to get a left-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. First delivery to him on the way. This is line to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. Coming to the plate now, Carlos Asuaje. He's 2 for 3 thus far. And that's inside for a ball. 1-0. Runners on first with 1 down. And he holds up here, but the pitch is a cold strike anyway. Sent on the ground out to second. To second for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Padres. Wellington Castillo will try and get his club back into it here as he'll pinch hit to lead off the home half of the 8th. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1.
objective number one right here is finding a way to get on base. So I'm not surprised to see him taking on the first pitch there.
Wouldn't bite on a good sinker that time that missed. Here it comes. And he lays off upstairs, but it's ruled a strike, and he can't believe it. 1-2.
That pitch looked like it could have been a little high, but he's been calling that pitch all night. Kind of rough for a pinch hitter, but I'm sure his teammates let him know that's where the zone has been.
Sent out to straightaway center field. Murillo waits on it, and he's got it one away. Standing in, Trey Turner. Last time through was a base hit. Chopper foul. Chopped weakly to the left. Be a tough play, and they won't have a play as he reaches it first. Let's see how this is scored.
You want to talk about speed? Watch him here on this isolation replay. Is he flying or what? I love how smooth he runs, and he just burst it down the line.
Sends that one out of play for strike one. 0-1, here's the pitch. A swing and a miss at the good old Uncle Charlie.
Look, Matt, this guy's got a great sinker. Here's the key. He's got a runner on first base. This is where you can get that ground ball double play. Make him chase that hard sinker and hit it to the dirt and turn one over for you.
As a look, now the pitch. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away.
One of the big advantages for pitching ahead in the count if you're a pitcher, because you have to cover both pitches if you're a hitter. You have to cover the off-speed and the fastball. In the 1-2 count, you might be sitting off-speed, and what happens? He gets the fastball and can't catch up to the express.
And a slider gets away from him here as it just about got him in the ankle.
Pretty good pitch and a great take there. There's not a lot you can do with that slider breaking down unless you can catch it way out front and hook it down the line. You see a lot of swinging misses on those.
Well, that's not a good pitch for him to hit. Look, this fella's got so much power, but you got to bring the pitch into the zone. Chasing that one there, right there, I'd go back and throw it to him again.
Hit hard to the right side. Foul.
Well, when you're hitting with 2 strikes, you're just in battle mode. Right there, he gets a breaking ball. He just fouled it off. Got a piece of it and stays alive.
Got him looking, and that ends the inning. 1 left for Washington. Back now with baseball on MLB Network from the nation's capital, just down the street from the Capitol building. We are set for what remains in this one. Blake Trinan enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is. Hunter Renfroe is in to start things out as he swings and misses at that one at strike 1.
That fastball right there will humble you. He threw it right by him. So now what do? You spread out, use your hands, and try to be as quick as you can when you see that ball get released out of his hands.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Ripped on the ground to first. Zimmerman has it, and a step on first himself for the out. Into the box, Austin Hedges. He's got 3 hits, including a double to this point. And here's a ball hit in the air. Murphy takes charge out there, and he stays with it for the second out. So coming to the plate, Jose Rondon, who comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Heading out towards shallow right. Harper has a read on it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego. But don't shed a tear. They're up 12-1. Here's Daniel Murphy now, starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And this one will be foul back in among the fans. The next 0-2. He pulls this one into right. And a base hit, so early trouble to lead off the inning.
You know, it's not often a guy sits in the count 0-2 and gets a base hit, and the pitcher still feels like 0-2, I got to battle. But that was the case here as he battled back, got a hit down 0-2.
And that swung on and fouled straight back. Wieters awaits the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Swing and a liner. And he'll break through with a solid knock here, his first of the ball game.
Well, that's another single, another hit. Now they are first and second. They just haven't come up with that big hit to drive a lot of runs in. They've got to break things open pretty soon.
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. Here's Ryan Zimmerman now as he lays off a fastball too low for ball one. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Zimmerman now waiting the 1-0. That swung on and missed. We're even at 1-1. Action now in the Padre bullpen as it looks like a right-hander's getting loose out there. Took him right up the ladder that time, and it's 1-2.
This guy's got a good mid-90s fastball working in this game. If they think they can catch up to that ball up there, it's going to continue to be a rough game for them.
Good plate discipline to lay off the slider that time, and he draws even at 2-2.
Boy, I like the pitch idea. It looked like he tried to get him to chase that there and make him think that ball's over the plate and it runs away. He laid off it. I don't know how, but he did.
Set. Here's the 3-2. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. Myers is there. One away. Ready now, Michael Taylor. 2 hits and 3 at-bats for him in this one. And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1.
That's a good pitch right there. Now he's ahead in the count. You got the hitter back on his heels a little bit. Even though it's a tough situation, you know you're going to have to use all your pitches to pitch out of it.
Now batting, left fielder, Sidney Vick.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Sidney Vick comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Ball 1. Here's a swing and a miss, 1-1. In the dirt here. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. And he'll stay alive here, but just barely as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Good sinker that time as he gets a piece and chops it foul at home plate. 2 out, 2 strike offering. Here it is. And this ball swung on and hit to center field, and this should do it. And he'll make the catch to end it, and the Padres are going to take home field advantage right back. They win Game 3 to go up 2-1 as this one is over.
Well, that wasn't exactly a nail-biter, but it's always nice when you can get an offensive explosion like that and save your closer for another day. A comfortable victory.
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. And there's no better time of year to come up big for your team than in the postseason, and that's exactly what this man did. He's our top player of the game.
And obviously every game is so important in the postseason, So when you come to play like he did and make a big difference for your team, it's something that won't be forgotten.
Well, to 1 at the end of this one. San Diego have taken a 2-1 series lead. Gio Gonzalez worked only 3 innings in the losing effort. So that's a wrap here tonight. From my partners in the booth, Harold Reynolds and Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB Network. Good night, everybody.
3 hours and 38 minutes.